everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Black Liberation.Tech podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Renee Jordan, and today we are going to take a look at another lesson in our Safety First series. So let's get started by jumping over to the Black Liberation.Tech website, selecting lessons. Once again, it's available in both English and Spanish. And we're going to scroll down to lesson S3.1, opportunities and threats. All right, let's dive in. Once again, we have the image generated by Gemini. It has a little AI watermark at the bottom. Here's the scene setup. A cozy community room in the after-school center. Posters about online safety and creativity hang on the walls. Jazmin sits in a circle with a group of mothers and their daughters. Jazmin, good afternoon, everyone. I'm really grateful to be here today. Technology is a big part of our lives. It connects us. It teaches us. It gives us opportunities we couldn't have imagined 20 years ago. But there's something else I always remind myself. As much as there's opportunity, there's also real threat. And that's what I want us to talk about together. Selena, curious, what do you mean by threat? Like hackers? Jazmin, that's part of it, Selena, but I also mean the way someone might misuse what we share. The internet can be a beautiful thing, but it doesn't always have good intentions on the other side of the screen. You may post a picture because you feel happy or confident, but you don't control where it goes next. That's the kind of threat I want us to be mindful of. Ruby, mother. I understand that. But sometimes as parents, I don't know how much is too much when it comes to watching what they do on their phones. Jazmin pauses thoughtfully. Ruby, I get that. I grew up in a Latin household, and I know there's this level of uncertainty, sometimes mistrust about what young people are doing online. And honestly, it's not because parents don't love or trust their kids. It's because this technology can take things in directions none of us expect. It's big, it's powerful, and yes, it can go really well or it can go really bad. Sonia, but there are good things too, right? Like I want to post my art online. I want people to see it. Jazmin smiling. Oh, absolutely. That's the opportunity part, Sonia. Sharing your art can open doors. You could inspire people. You could build a career one day from the creativity you show now. Technology gives you that stage. My only advice is treat that stage with care. Ask yourself, am I okay with this picture, this thought, this moment being seen by anyone, everyone, forever? If the answer is no, maybe keep it just for you or share it privately. Coretta, mother. I try to set boundaries, but my daughter says I don't understand what's really going on online. Jazmin. And that's where the second part of this conversation comes in. Girls, I think you can help your parents understand why you use technology. Sometimes adults think it's all a waste of time, just scrolling or playing games, but there are skills you're building, even from video games or chatting with friends that matter. The more open you are about why it matters to you, the more trust you build. Zora. So like I should tell my mom why I'm posting a dance video, not just do it. Jazmin, exactly, Zora. It's not about asking permission. It's about making sure the people who love you know what's on your mind and how you're using these tools. That way, they're not guessing or worrying. Dolores, mother. Jazmin, if you had to tell these girls just one rule to stay safe, what would it be? Jazmin, choosing words carefully. One rule, I'd say this. Always remember there's a real human behind the screen. Some will lift you up, others might try to harm you or trick you. So be kind, be cautious, and never share something you wouldn't want the whole world to see. Ava, even if I think it's just between me and my best friend, Jazmin, even then, Ava, screens can't promise you privacy, but they can give you incredible opportunities if you treat what you post with care. That's how you build safety and freedom online. Truth, mother. I like that. Be kind, be cautious. Jazmin, yes, technology is a gift, but like any powerful tool, it needs wisdom And that wisdom, it comes from conversations like this one, from listening to each other and from thinking before we tap post. So that was the story to help us get started. Let's go ahead and take a look at the reflect and write prompts. Read the prompts below and write your thoughts in your journal or digital notepad. If you're working with your mom or guardian, take turns answering and then share your ideas with each other. What is one opportunity Jazmin said technology can give you? What is one threat or danger she mentioned? Think of a time you posted or shared something online. How did it make you feel? If your post had reached people you didn't expect, what could have happened? Jazmin said, there's a real human behind the screen. What does that mean to you? How do you decide what is safe to share online? Write down your personal rule. Name one positive way you use technology every day. Name one boundary you could set to protect yourself online. How can you help your mom or guardian understand why you like using certain apps or games? Write one sentence you want to remember from today's conversation with Jazmin. So, with all of this in mind, I want to encourage daughters and mothers to talk to each other about their use of technology and the different websites they visit, social media that they use, games that they play, and hopefully walk away with the understanding that there are good things that can come about as a result of being able to use technology. For example, if there are games that require coding, if there are games that require strategy, if there are games that require decision making, those kinds of skills are transferable. And when we're talking about critical thinking, if there are games that require you to think critically about your actions, then that can also transfer into everyday life and other aspects. You can think for yourself and decide, what will the results be? What are the possible outcomes if I do X, Y, and Z? What are some ways that I can negotiate being able to move forward under the boundaries that I set for myself? Those are some things that you can consider while you're playing a game. Even if it's a game like Mario, it causes you to think about what you're doing and the potential outcomes. If I do this, what are the possible outcomes? What is my goal? What do I hope to achieve? What do I want to get out of this? Why am I pursuing this? What are the benefits as a result of me being able to engage in this way? So technology, it has opportunities to help you even build your portfolio, to share out your skills, what you're capable of, your talents, your gifts, as well as your knowledge and the things that you have practiced over time and become an expert on. Those are some great opportunities that can come as a result of using technology and displaying your work online. But at the same time, you have to think about the threats that come along with it. Is someone going to take your information and twist it in a way that you didn't intend for it to be used? Could someone be looking at your work and not have the best intentions in their mind? And while some may appreciate the artistic piece of it, is someone else viewing it in order to satisfy something that's not positive? So, for example, one of the things that came up while I was doing my dissertation was that someone that I interviewed shared that, hey, while you might think it's okay to post a picture of yourself dressed in a certain way, can someone else take a look at it and not think of, oh, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful, but instead be viewing it in a perverse manner? That's something that you need to think about when you post online and understand that it's a possibility. And since it is a possibility, especially if you're under the age of 18, is it a risk that you want or need to take? Sometimes it's okay to take pictures and keep them for yourself. It's not to say that something is wrong with the picture. It's to say that something can be wrong with someone else viewing your picture, and you don't want to provide them with access to you in that manner. And you can do that by not posting everything. So think about it and also have a conversation with your mothers or your guardians or your mentors. Let them know about the cool things that you're learning to do as a result of being able to use technology, the skills that you're developing that will help you later on in life, whether it is strategy, negotiation, profile building, portfolio building, or the like. Parents, also feel free to have an open conversation. Hey, you know what? I know you like to do X, Y, and Z. activity, but let's compromise. Yes, this game is helping you to build skills. However, I think you might be spending a little bit too much time on it. Let's see if we can reduce the amount of time that you spend and work on some other things that can also help you develop the skills that you're learning on the game. So let's go ahead and move forward by taking a look at this next activity. Spot the opportunity or the threat. Goal: practice identifying online situations as opportunities, threats, or a mix of both. How to play: read each scenario aloud. Each person holds up a card or says out loud, opportunity, threat, or both. Share why you chose your answer and what you would do in that situation. Scenario: you receive a message from someone you don't know asking for a picture of you. A friend tags you in a fun video from a school event. A stranger sends you a link promising free concert tickets. You create an art account to show your drawings to the public. Someone you meet in a game asks to meet in person. Your favorite singer likes or comments on your dance video. You post your real-time location while hanging out with friends. You join an online study group that helps you do better in math. A popular account reposts your photo without asking. You share a private joke with your best friend through messages. Wrap up discussion. Which scenario felt like the biggest opportunity? Why? Which scenario felt like the biggest threat and why? What's one safety rule you want to remember for next time you're online? All right, so this next section has an activity and it's called Search Smart Think Twice. The objective is to help girls grades 6 through 12 and their mothers collaboratively identify and evaluate online opportunities and threats using real-world examples. Use search engine and generative AI tools responsibly to gather, compare, and assess online information. And the examples of AI generative tools that are listed include ChatGPT and Gemini. Practice safe decision-making skills before clicking, posting, or engaging online. Materials needed: internet-connected devices such as a laptop, tablet, or smartphone, access to a search engine like Google or Bing, access to AI tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, or similar, digital worksheet, or shared Google Doc for notes. All right, so activity steps. Step 1, scenario selection. This should take about 5 minutes. Each mother-daughter team chooses one real-world scenario from the list or creates their own. Scenario A, a new social media challenge is trending. Should you join? Scenario B, you receive a DM from someone offering to feature your art or dance video online. Safe or risky? Scenario C, a website promotes free concert tickets in exchange for signing up and sharing personal information. Should you click? Scenario D, you've designed a cool digital product and want to post it on multiple platforms. What do you need to think about first? Step 2, search and gather. So this should take about 10 minutes. Teams will use search engines to gather information about their scenario. For example, dangers of online challenges, how to safely share art online, fake giveaways online. Document their sources, noting website's credibility, who runs it, is it reputable, whether the information seems trustworthy or biased, what advice or warnings are given. Step number 3, ask the AI. This should also take about 10 minutes. Teams will use ChatGPT or Gemini to ask opportunities. What are the possible benefits of insert your scenario? Threats. What are the possible risks of enter your scenario? How can we stay safe? Compare AI responses with search engine results. Discuss, did the AI give new insights or repeat known advice? Did the AI give any unsafe or questionable suggestions? How can you verify them? Step 4, click, post, and use with care checklist. Using both sources, teams create a short decision-making checklist. What steps will you take before clicking, posting, or replying? What information will you avoid sharing? How will you confirm if an opportunity is real and safe? Step number 5, about 10 minutes. Each team shares their scenario, at least one opportunity and one threat they discovered, and one rule they will follow moving forward when using technology. All right, by the end of this activity, you should demonstrate the following digital literacy skills: critical thinking, evaluating search results and AI responses for reliability; safe navigation, identifying safe versus unsafe online behaviors; AI literacy, understanding how generative AI can support but not replace good judgment; online etiquette, recognizing the human impact of clicks and posts. And here's an extension challenge. For teams comfortable with technology, ask ChatGPT or Gemini to generate a short, safe social media caption for posting their art, dance video, or project online. Teams then review the caption together and edit it using their new safety checklist before sharing, hypothetically. All right, and so that's the end of today's lesson. I hope you're taking something away from this lesson that you will discuss with your moms, guardians, or mentors. And I also hope that those who are moms, guardians, and mentors will take something away to share with their girls and young ladies. Once again, thank you for listening to another episode of the Black Liberation.Tech podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Renee Jordan. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and share, rate, and review the podcast to help it to become more discoverable. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.